All right, we're back, and we've got another figure review for you. We've got Disney Gargoyles Angela from the Ultimate Action Figure line through NECA. So I'm actually really excited about this and see how she looks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box real quick. So we have a really good artwork with Angela holding a torch. Got Bronx over here as well. We have the Gargoyles logo, Disney, Angela's name, and Ultimate Action Figure. On the top, we have Gargoyles Angela. On the side here, we have a product shot of Angela in her raged face. Go ahead and take a all the way look down that way. And then, of course, on the back, we have Angela again for product shots. Gargoyles logo. Baby Angela right there. Isn't she so cute?
Oh, there's the little sunspot. Little snoochie.
And then Angela again. And then all the characters in the wave there. And if you want to read the bio, you can. Just go ahead and hit pause. And then on the final side here, we have another product shot, just her in her regular face and clothes. And it comes down to the Gargoyles logo and the NECA logo as well. So that's around the box. On the inside here, we have another shot of Angela. Again, she's in her kind of raged out face. Looks like she's gliding down from a tower. Doesn't actually look like Xanatos' tower, so it could be any tower really. And then on the inside here, got a brief glimpse of baby Angela, her tail and head, some hands over here, and her egg. And their wings are going to be in the back there. So let's get her out of the box and take a closer look at her. We've got her out of the box. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this figure. She comes in at a pretty nice kind of a pastel purple with a little bit, I think, yeah, a little bit of dark purple for some highlights on the muscle tone. Looks really good though. I mean, very, very, very nice. If we go from the top here, of course she has black hair. Her eyes, I can't make out the color. We've got some red lipstick here. There's some darker purple around the eyelids themselves. You can see she's got the start of the horns there. She does have earrings that are popped through holes, so that looks pretty cool. Hair is black. She does have a couple of bands on the back here. The head can go that far down, and really not that much, really not far up at all because of the hair, the ponytail, which all of this is more or less a hard plastic. I mean, it feels rubbery, but it's pretty stiff. She can turn her head like so. And I'll go ahead and show it off now. You can take the face off on these figures so you get a closer look at her face. So that's just kind of a close look of the face. I think this is actually a lot nicer than doing a head swap, unless the benefit from the head swap would be that the hair is in a different position. And there's her rage face. So you can see the eyes now have red along the eyelids. The eyes are completely whited out. Paint for the teeth. There's a little bit of detail. I don't think the camera shows it as well, but there is a tongue. And the mouth is kind of dark. And of course, she still has the earrings in her ears. There are 2 holes right there and 2 posts right there. So you just plug it into the post. And then you have basically your head swap for her. So that's how she looks with her rage face on, which looks actually really cool. A lot better, I think, than what Damona's was. Pretty easy swap. The shoulders do come up about that far. And you can get them to swivel full 360. There's a bicep swivel over here. So pinned double elbow. And then, of course, for the hands, as you can see on this one, she has a gold bracelet as well. But for the hands, she does have horizontal bend, and they do spin. And then, of course, she has the upper torso. So not a lot of give and take on the upper torso. So a little bit of down, a little bit of back. So not much. She does have a waist turn, and she can turn that bust or the upper torso a little bit. So you do have that as an extra range of motion for her. you can see, the tunic she's wearing is supposed to resemble cloth. It has a lot of texturing on it. It's a nice kind of, it's a cream color for that. And there's plenty of texturing. There's, you know, little black hints of paint for some stitching. She has stitching on the side there as well, as you can see, and stitching on that side. Comes around to the back. She's got her black belt. You got the 2 ports for her wings. Gold A for Angela. And then you have a little bit of the belt that kind of comes off here. So you have all that. And then this down here is just a soft plastic for the figure itself. Now for her legs, she can get about that far on the split. And she can get about that high up. And about that far back. A little bit of a thigh turn at the upper joint here, but not in the actual thigh. Double jointed knees like all the gargoyles have had. And then of course she has her ankle, which can go down and can pretty much go about that far up. You have your side to side with it. And her final piece of articulation here is on the toes. So the toes do go up and they can go down a little bit. And of course, they have that little bit of a side to side on them. So that's kind of cool. All the same, I thought she was going to be pretty close to Damona's buck, and I still think she might be pretty close to Damona's mold, other than changing out a couple of, you know, like the torso here, and this being a lot shorter, but we'll compare that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of the other accessories she comes with. She does come with 2 extra sets of hands. So there's a fist there. They both have horizontal bend. And then of course you have, which looks like a trigger hand. So it looks like it could fit Damona's gun. And that makes me wonder why, or that's one of the reasons why I think this might be Damona's build, or buck. And then she has this open hand here as well. So that's the hands she comes with. And of course you can change those. Tug there. That was actually a little tight. So bring in this hand like so. And again, you can see she's got the horizontal bend on the wrist there. So, and then of course we could take that one off, swap it out with the fist. So not bad. That works. And then again, horizontal bend. And you can change out the other hands here. There you go. So there's that hand on this side as well. Just be careful because this is loose. This gold piece, or plastic bracelet here, is loose. So you take a hand off. I'm just pushing this up till it kind of grips onto the forearm so I can make sure it doesn't slide off on me. And then we can put our other fist on here. Like that. So there's her fist. So that works out pretty good. She stands well, but she's flat-footed right now, so I don't have her up on her front toes at the moment, like they're supposed to be. But I'll try that in a minute because I do have stands. And she does have a tail. So we can get that tail to show up just right. Again, it's rubbery. It's got the post, so it does have the hinge, so you can move it, and it is flexible like that. So, and then like all other gargoyles, she does have a post right there, upper butt, and then that just goes in.
Bite the pillow, Pinocchio. I'm going in dry.
Like so. It's a little tight.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
There you go. And it's in. Like so. Okay. And so now that we've got her tail on, let's take a look at those wings real quick. So this is Angela's wing. You've got the hinge here, got the port that goes in the back, and then you have kind of a darker bluish paint in black to kind of bring out the detail on the wings here. So it makes them look a little bit more leathery. And then you have that same kind of bluing on the back. Got the same purple, lavender skin tone color on the arm. And in case anyone's wondering, this is Damona's wing. It's the exact same mold. I mean, down to the detail, it's the exact same mold. So, you know, that's kind of cool. That also gives me perfect reasoning to believe that this is just Damona's figure, except they just changed the belt and they changed her torso. I did some minor mold changes to the bust as well. So to get the wings in, of course, you got to plug those in like so. And then, of course, they click when you move them. And then we'll get the other one here. Put that in. Like so. There we go. So there she is with her wings. And it looks good. You know, like this. It's not out of place or anything. Again, she's standing flat-footed just so I could try to keep her steady. And unlike Brooklyn, where once I put his wings on, he became way too top-heavy, it's actually holding out very well. So go back to the back here. And then you get a full look at that. So she looks good. Looks really good. So now that we've got her kind of set up, there's two more pieces that she comes with that we just want to look at real quick. So the first is going to be her egg. And then it just opens up. So when it opens up, you can bring out the other piece. And that being baby Angela. Like that. Now, I don't think that she can fit in the full egg, even with those wings. So, no, she can't. So, oh well. But when you put the egg back together, like so, like it doesn't really snap into place, it just kind of fits together. So that's kind of cool. Okay, as we look at baby Angela here, all of like an inch and a half or so. You can see she's got purple eyes on this, so I guess her eyes are purple on the other figure. Dark purple hair, not full black yet. There is some dry brushing for the cheeks, kind of a pinkish to bring out some blush for our baby. The lips are a different color, lavender, like a darker lavender. The wings have that same bluish dry brush on them to kind of bring out that leather on both sides. So, and she can move the wings back, and they do move up like so. Head is on a full 360. The legs can go about that far out. There's no knee joint or anything like that, but the legs can go that far out. And there's a little bit of a thigh swivel, so you could probably just have her sitting there on the floor if you want, you know. And then the tail does swivel, and it does have a hinge, so you can move it a little bit like that. Just move it up here, like so. And then you have your baby Angela, which is a nice little nod. Now here's what I don't understand. She has a belly button, but she was hatched in an egg. You tell me how that's supposed to work. Like, where is the mathematics behind that? Okay, so, and let's go ahead and get a comparison real quick. So we've got Damona here, sitting side by side. Same figure pretty much, so it goes without saying that we're going to be seeing the same height between the two of them. And bring Goliath out here. As you see, he is going to be a little bit taller than both of them. There's all three of them standing together, like a family portrait, if you will. Okay, so now we've got a side pose here for Damona and for Angela. And we bring Goliath back out here. You're going to see how they all kind of stack up to each other. So yeah, there you go. That's the side pose. And if anyone's curious, yeah, she can hold Damona's gun. So, I mean, that's just Damona's pieces that come with her basic figure and everything. So, and it holds nicely. Not bad. Okay, so interestingly enough, when I mentioned it was a little hard to get them in those holes, I went to take her wings off so we'd get a side comparison. And the ports for the wings come right off. I mean, fuck. Yeah, like they just completely come out. So I'll have to get some super glue on that. Okay, everybody, that's my review of Angela. I actually like the figure a lot. The little bit with the back kind of upsets me, but I mean, that's only happened with one of their gargoyles. Well, not in the shoulder. But all things considering, this is a nice addition to the Gargoyles figure line. I'd recommend her, even with the little issue with the wings. Just be mindful of that. But I'd highly recommend her to anybody. So I'm glad I got her. I'm glad she's going to be in my collection. And, you know, once I get her in display, I'm not going to have to worry about those wings anymore. So there's that. I want to thank you guys for joining me on the review. Hey, don't forget to give us a thumbs up or a like, or even give us a subscribe. We love making all the videos, so look forward to having you on the next one. Thanks again. Have a great day.